Numbers chapter 33. Here are the stages of the journey of the people of Israel when they left the land of Egypt by divisions under the leadership of Moses and Aaron. Moses followed the Lord's instructions and wrote down the starting point for each stage of the journey. Here are the stages according to their starting points. They left Ramesses on the 15th day of the first month of the year. On the day following the Passover, the people of Israel set out triumphantly in the sight of all the Egyptians when they were burying their dead, for the Lord had struck down all their firstborn. The Lord had passed sentence on their gods. The people of Israel left Ramesses and camped at Succoth. Then they left Succoth and camped at Etham, which is on the edge of the wilderness. They left Etham, turned back to Pihahiroth, which faces Baal-zephon, and camped before Migdol. They left Pihahiroth, crossed over the sea into the wilderness, and after marching for 3 days in the desert of Etham, they camped at Marah. They left Marah and reached Elim. At Elim, there were 12 springs of water and 70 palm trees. They camped there. They left Elim and camped by the Sea of Reeds. They left the Sea of Reeds and camped in the wilderness of Sin. They left the wilderness of Sin and camped at Dophkah. They left Dophkah and camped at Alush. They left Alush and camped at Rephidim. The people found no drinking water there. They left Rephidim and camped in the wilderness of Sinai. They left the wilderness of Sinai and camped at Kibroth Hattaavah. They left Kibroth Hattaavah and camped at Hazeroth. They left Hazeroth and camped at Rithmah. They left Rithmah and camped at Rimmon Perez. They left Rimmon Perez and camped at Libnah. They left Libnah and camped at Rissah. They left Rissah and camped at Kehelatha. They left Kehelatha and camped at Mount Shepher. They left Mount Shepher and camped at Harada. They left Harada and camped at Makheloth. They left Makheloth and camped at Tahath. They left Tahath and camped at Terah. They left Terah and camped at Mithkah. They left Mithkah and camped at Hashmonah. They left Hashmonah and camped at Moseroth. They left Moseroth and camped at Bene-Jaakan. They left Bene-Jaakan and camped at Hor Haggidgad. They left Hor Haggidgad and camped at Jotbathah. They left Jotbathah and camped at Abronah. They left Abronah and camped at Ezion-Geber. They left Ezion-Geber and camped in the wilderness of Zin, that is, Kadesh. They left Kadesh and camped at Mount Hor, on the borders of the land of Edom. There, Aaron the priest went up Mount Hor at the Lord's command, and there he died in the 40th year of the journey of the people of Israel from the land of Egypt, in the 5th month, on the first day of the month. Aaron was 123 years old when he died on Mount Hor. The king of Arad, a Canaanite, who ruled in the Negeb, in the land of Canaan, was informed when the people of Israel arrived. So they left Mount Hor and camped at Zalmonah. They left Zalmonah and camped at Punon. They left Punon and camped at Oboth. They left Oboth and camped in the Moabite territory at Ai-Abarim. They left Ai-Abarim and camped at Dibon-Gad. They left Dibon-Gad and camped at Almon-Diblathaim. They left Almon-Diblathaim and camped in the Abarim mountains facing Nebo. They left the Abarim mountains and camped in the plains of Moab near the Jordan opposite Jericho. There they camped near the Jordan between Beth-ha-Jeshimoth and Abel-Hashittim in the plains of Moab. The Lord spoke to Moses in the plains of Moab, near the Jordan, opposite Jericho. He said, "Say this to the people of Israel. When you have crossed the Jordan into the land of Canaan, you must drive out all the inhabitants of the country. You must destroy their carved statues and their cast statues and demolish all their places of worship. You will take possession of this land and settle in it, for I have given it to you for your inheritance. You are to divide it by drawing lots among your clans. To a large clan you will allot a larger share of property, to a small clan a smaller one. Where the lot falls for each, that will be his. Make this division according to their ancestral tribes. But if you do not drive out the inhabitants of the land before you, then those you have allowed to remain will be as splinters in your eyes and thorns in your sides. They will harass you in the land where you are to live, and I will treat you as I meant to treat them.